Hi, my name is Nagrin. Welcome to today's channel. In today's channel, I want to talk about the magic of space. The magic of the space. Okay. The shape, the shape of the space in your present moment is more like. So where these are the two eyes. Okay. So this is the two eyes, and they see in that form. Okay. So let's talk about the magic of space. The space in the present moment is extremely magical, very magical, and we can talk about it for as long as possible. But I'm just going to focus my attention right now on its invisibility. Its invisibility. Okay. So, what is the invisibility of space, and what does that imply to our everyday life? Okay. First, I need to ask this question: are you aware that the space in your present moment is an invisible phenomenon? What that means is that the space that you and I are supposed to be in, we are supposed to be in this space, in this space, in this awareness, in this present moment. We are supposed to be existing inside of it. But upon investigating the fabrics, okay, the fabrics of our space, the spatial awareness, and the perception itself, okay, all we can see is invisibility. We cannot see anything visible about the space, neither can we see anything visible about the perception of space. This is our perception of space. Okay, this is our two eyes. Okay, and in between our perception of space, this is the outward projection. Okay, so imagine the eyes. So let's have this guy. Let's have this head. This guy is looking outward. Okay, these two eyes like that. Right. Okay, so this is like that. Okay, so in our perception of space, we can okay, so this indicates our thoughts and our emotions. Okay, so those little lines, even those little lines cannot be seen with the naked eye. They cannot be seen by with the eyes themselves. You have to have access to the. So you have to have access to the single eye. So notice all these patterns that are running at the perception, in between the perception, just before your eyes starts looking outward, those thoughts and emotions, they run through, and these eyes can see them, but these eyes cannot see them. Okay, because these eyes can only see, it was only designed to see uh, the activities going on in the moment, that's in the outside world. Okay, now you and I are supposed to be living inside something that is invisible, right? So every human being, everything that can be, is existing inside an invisible container. So herein lies the first problem. If the container is invisible, how am I able to see the content? Now it's very easy to throw away this question, because you can see that you have a cup. Yeah. Okay. You have a cup holding some stones. Okay. The cup is transparent, so we can see through the cup and see the stones in the cup, right? Okay. But is that what is happening um, regarding to space? Is that what is happening regarding to our expression, regarding to our experience of it? Are we are we inside something transparent, and then we are able to see through that transparent um, material, whatever it is, to meet to have the experience of individuality? Okay, is that what is happening, or is it that the space itself is truly invisible? It is invisibility means it is not there to be seen. It's not there for you to see. Okay, transparent, at least the cup is there. Okay, and you can see through it. Invisibility is suggesting that it is not there for you to see. And if you've looked through your life, you can ascertain to that. Because if nobody comes into your awareness and says, hey, can you pay attention to the space in your presence, rather than your thought processes, rather your thinking, uh, this happened, that happened, this will happen, that will happen later in life, that's, or say, you say you have this awareness. All right, so say you have this awareness, and then a car, so this way is inward, right? This way towards me is inward, but out there is outward. This outside is outward. So outside there you see a car, okay? You see a nice car, you like it, right? Okay, so you see this car coming from God knows where, you like it, okay? So a new thought climbs up here, okay? You have a new thought that says, "Huh, I don't have money. If I do, I would have bought this car." Okay? That's a new thought, okay? It appears as soon as the car came into perception, okay? Now, we normally, this is how we live our lives. We live our life based on what is going on in the outside world. Okay, so things are happening in the outside world, and then we reinterpret it based on our own programming, and form thoughts. We form thoughts and emotion based on our own programming of what is happening in the outside world. Meanwhile, there is something going on as a container for both the outside world and the inside world, okay, that is not there. It's not there. Now, if I say, okay, can you pick 1 ounce of space for me so that we can put it under the microscope and maybe investigate it? It's impossible. It is not there. Okay, it is not there at all. But what is not there at all is hosting avatars, is hosting people. So this thing that is not there is hosting people and also objects that can be seen. Okay, so quickly we can deduce that we are not appearing like we should appear. If I am inside a space, an invisible space that is not there, it is not there at all for me to investigate, then, and I am observing inside this space, inside this invisible space, I am experiencing form, I'm experiencing visibility, I'm experiencing forms, I'm experiencing actions, movements. Then instantly, well, not instantly, depending on how deep you think about it, we can realize that whatever it is that we are experiencing or we are seeing or we are feeling is not what it is. Is not what it is. Why? Because the original container, the original content says that there are people around you. Yes? But upon investigating, you cannot even see the container itself, talk less of the people. If you cannot see the container, where will the people be? Okay? That is why a good meditator, when the person gets to a certain point in his meditation, it becomes invisible, it vanishes. His body vanishes, his mind, thought patterns, process, everything vanishes. All that is left is just the substance, the illogical substance, which, just say the magical space. Okay, that's all that is left there. And then this magical space begins to show its intelligence, because if space is invisible and it still carries visibility, it still carries objects and visibility, then such a container shows intelligence. That's some great level of intelligence, right? Because everything that can be experienced inside of it can be termed as an illusion. For example, my hands, the way I see it, the board, everything that is here is all an illusion. Why? Because I am not seeing exactly what is. I'm not seeing it well. Okay? But if I begin to pay more attention to the space that is carrying, that is containing everything, I have a chance to begin to see reality more clearly. And in seeing reality more clearly, realize that there are no people at all. There are no people, there are no objects. Okay? There is just, the best way to explain it is invisible vibration. Okay? Invisible vibration. So many things, trillions, unlimited amount of things are vibrating, and they are vibrating in a way that doesn't appear to be vibration at first glance. Okay, it doesn't appear to be vibrating, but they are all vibrating. Everything is vibrating, everything is moving. Okay, so understand where you are, right? In understanding where you are, there's so many things that can just go off your back. Okay, there are so many things that you worry about that you stop worrying about, so many things that you're striving for that you stop striving for, because suddenly you know where you are, and you are not in just any location. Okay, you are in a magical place, you are in a magical location. This is a dream world, right? This is a dream world. Like the being who is dreaming this world is asleep in his own world, and in his sleep is dreaming this world into existence. Inside such a dream world, it's supposed to be a magical place. It's supposed to be a place of expression, of great expression, of creativity, of great creativity. Not just this thing that we notice in the 3D world, or the illusions that our government are playing. Those are not creativity. Some serious, hard, powerful creativity, because we are able to manipulate the nature of space. We are able to move it and twist it in the way that we prefer. Okay, but we can't do anything about those right now, because we are not even aware that the space is there. Okay, now there are two states. Conditions. There is the first condition, where there is absolutely no awareness that there is something called space, or whenever the word space comes to your head, it is the space that we've been taught in school, the one that NASA teaches us, that okay, where the sun is and the stars and the constellations are, where all the where possibly the extraterrestrials are coming from later in future, who knows? Okay, so that's the space we are aware of. We are not aware of the space in this moment, which is the only important thing, because without the space in this moment, there is no other space for anyone out there, right? So the space is magical. Okay, it is not there. Okay, and people don't see it. Now somebody comes into your world, into your perception. Somebody walks into your perception here and says, hey, do you notice the space around everything that holds everything? If you break this card down into bits and put it under a microscope, you will see space. If there's a tree, okay, if there's a tree here and the tree is placed under a microscope, you'll see that it's all 99% space. Now, there is the unawareness of space in the present moment. Now, then somebody comes to your awareness and says, oh, look at the space around. Okay, then you now choose to focus your attention on the space, and then you notice the second thing. Nothing changes, right? Nothing changes. Well, at first, nothing changes, because the first stage, no awareness of space whatsoever. Then the second stage, awareness. Okay. So in the first stage, there is no awareness of space at all. Everybody is just in their head. Everybody is thinking of what's going on in their own head, and nobody is really paying attention to what is going on out here, even though they think that they do, even though that you might think that you do. But there is no limit to what the conscious mind can hold concerning the activities going on in the present moment space. At its highest limit, the high will only see pure light with a flame at the background. So there's just going to be light and flame and fire at the highest point of the conscious mind observing. But at this hour point, it's not going to see that unless there's true deep meditation. But before you get to that point, there's so many things to be observed in the present moment, every single moment of the time, that our subconscious mind don't allow us to, because it has to run the programs that has not been taken care of there. So the first stage is the no awareness of space. There's no awareness of it at all. And the second stage is that there's the awareness. The awareness has come now because somebody comes into your perception, into your worldview, and says, have you noticed that your body is wrapped around space? All your muscles, your bones, everything. It is the space in the moment that is carrying it. It is the space in the moment that is holding it. It is not that you are holding the space. It is the space holding you. Okay. And then you begin to observe, and you notice that, oh, now awareness has come, but you are being aware of something that is not there. It's not there. Okay. It's not there at all. And in not being there, you are able to observe the present moment more clearly. You are able to observe it. And to observe the present moment more clearly is best known for its ability to reveal your true nature to yourself. Observing the present moment helps you to reveal your true nature, who you truly are, because you don't really know who you are unless there's silence. Okay? So when silence comes, your true nature is revealed to you. So these are the two stages. You can say there's a third stage, okay? Okay, so the third stage can now become awareness, just pure awareness. It's not aware of anything. It's just its own self, its own nature. Okay. Okay, so which is beyond space and time, it's beyond anything. Okay. But we are yet to master space and time. We are not yet to go beyond it. Of course, we are yet to go beyond it. I mean, in going beyond it, you have mastered it. You have come to master it. And most people have not really mastered it. They've not really mastered space, talk less of time. I mean, it's the space that is quite obvious. Is not yet mastered. How can time be mastered? Okay. All right. So is space magical? Yeah, it is magical because it is an illogical phenomenon. It's not supposed to be, but it is. Okay? What is not supposed to be? What is not supposed to be is that something invisible is holding things that are visible. It doesn't make sense. It's not logical. Something that is not supposed to be there is holding things that are there. And it's not just only one thing that is there, it's only multiple things that are there. Okay? So this makes it magical. Okay? And so if this is just the very, I mean, it's something you can quickly reach. It's a premise you can quickly reach. So if you can quickly reach that, you just imagine what lies ahead of for those who begin to explore the nature of it. Okay? For those who are able to notice the light that powers it. Okay? Because the space itself is powered by consciousness, which is light. Okay? And this light is so tiny. I mean, the space is so huge, it has made the light so tiny that it's the human eye cannot even see. But as these thought processes, as they begin to reduce, the eye is able to observe this inner world more clearly because there are no thoughts, there are no emotions. And this guy who is able to catch the light, this eye that is able to catch the light, is able to, these two eyes is able to see that eye holding that light. Okay? So this is just the beginning of magic. Okay? If you are going to study magic and you want to become a magical being, I believe that this is like the very first stage because you have to know where you are and that you are existing in a magical environment. This earth, this terrestrial form world is breathing magic. Okay? But it has been so lost because of our desire to survive. Our desire to survive takes us off the present moment, takes us off completely the present moment, so we are not aware of it. But as we return our awareness back to the present moment and just remain silent, especially if you choose to pick some time in your day, maybe 30 minutes or 1 hour, to just sit and meditate. Then the light of the space becomes more clear and you are able to see the space more clearly. Okay, so this is where magic begins. Okay, and this light is just the beginning, because it's just infinite in nature, and I don't want to talk so much. So over the time, as you are subscribed and you are with me, I would break down all these concepts to the best of my ability. Okay, I hope this video helped. If it helped, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.